911, what's your emergency?
I'm hurt, dog. Don't ask me if I'm all right. Hell no. Joaquin said dominate, and we not doing it. I put my heart in this dog.
Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Baby, hit it.
Yeah, episode 6.
What it do, baby?
We're live. All Over Sports Podcast. Ace Hops in the bags. You know what it is.
What it do? What it do?
The Sports Johnny Carson is here. I got my guest over here, Kevin. Kris, talk to him.
What up? What up? What's good? What's good?
Oh, we are out here, man. How y'all feeling tonight?
Like shit. Ain't good. Like shit.
Like shit?
Feels like shit.
For real?
Yeah.
I feel like shit.
UM
As a UM fan, I feel like Ed Reed right now.
I'm hurt, dog. I'm
hurt, dog. I'm definitely hurt. It's
It ain't
definitely a
easy.
hurtful
It's not
situation.
It's not easy.
It was a tough game to watch. It was a tough pill to swallow because as a fan, you really had high hopes to win. UM obviously lost 24-20 on a close game against UF, and obviously UF being a rival, and we beaten them 7 out of 8 times, right? 7 out of 8 times we beaten them. It was a tough pill to swallow. What went wrong?
Anytime you lose to
any Florida
team.
yeah, well, definitely. What was the problem? Why did we lose? From what you guys saw, why did we lose?
I mean, the trenches. We lost in the trenches.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
Oh, we got sacked 10 times from what I don't know if you
10
can check
times,
that out.
10 too many, man.
10 times. I think it was
You're
the
never
most.
gonna win a game like that if your quarterback has no time.
If I check correctly, I have a crazy
I think
stat.
it was 10 times.
But there's a crazy stat about that. Let me see if I can find
like
it.
7 times in the first half.
And man, I'm not gonna even say. Jeremy Williams played magnificently.
He probably played better than anybody expected him to play.
He played good for what it was. He played good.
Yeah, he played really
He didn't
well.
make any stupid decisions. He didn't. I mean, did he have a pick? He didn't throw a pick.
Nah, he didn't. Actually,
No.
he didn't have any turnovers. I
No,
mean,
no
he was a
turnovers.
little sloppy with the ball towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he was in the beginning of the game. He was very hesitant. I guess, I think that was the game plan since he's a freshman quarterback. I think they didn't really want to.
But you think all those? Oh, I think they were over putting it with the screens. He didn't have a chance to throw it down the field as much as he should have, I think.
I mean, I think they expected exactly what happened. I think they expected the O-line to be very, the trenches not to be won by them. I feel like UF has a very strong O-line, very strong very strong D-line, very strong defense. And they expected them to be able to kill our O-line, basically. So screenplays are meant for that, like for the rush, to avoid the rush.
I agree. I mean, but as far as him getting sacked, there were times I feel like he could have thrown away where I think a fundamental quarterback would have thrown it away.
Definitely. He just doesn't have that experience.
Doesn't have that experience. Definitely, he's a
I
freshman.
mean, but look, he went
Guy's
19 for 29, 214 yards and a touchdown. I mean, for a freshman quarterback, his first game ever against the number 8 Florida Gators.
He played pretty well.
Basically on the road, because that's in Orlando. I mean, that's not no neutral site. Whoever said that was a neutral site, that was
so. And they're closer to Gainesville than they are to Miami. So there's no way for it to be a neutral site. On top of that, it's definitely bullshit. His story is pretty amazing. Jerry Williams has a great story about how he was about to transfer because he felt all hopes was lost, I guess, with UM, and he felt like, you know what, man, it's not worth it. I'm gonna go find somewhere to start as a quarterback. I think Jordan Brevin is the one that convinced him to stay for to try it out again this year. And look, he beat Tate Martell, 5-star quarterback, and
QB1,
Nikoski Perry. And Jeremy Williams, I didn't expect Jeremy Williams to win, but he played a magnificent game. Tate Martell obviously moved to wide receiver. What's next for UM? Is it possible for us to even? Well, I mean, we're hoping for a bowl game.
I mean,
but
that's not a bad loss.
That's not a bad loss.
It's non-conference.
We're unranked, and we went against
team.
a ranked team, number 8.
That's
top
not
10.
a bad loss. You got plenty of time with the opponents we got to make some noise and
Absolutely.
make some noise in the ACC, and maybe we're not gonna compete with Clemson, not this year. But
I mean, I feel like it gives you excitement for Jeremy Williams.
Yeah,
like how good he played. I feel like he played against a great opponent, Florida. One of the best defenses in the nation. And he played great. So I feel like it excites you to see what he can do against weaker opponents, because I feel like he could do some things.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Do you think, because it's Miami football in general, we have a thing that we play conservative passing. Do you think that we should, at least for one game or a couple games, hey, you know what, try to go long, let's try to see what you can do down the field? Because these conservative passing, it's just, to me, it's annoying.
The thing is, man,
I know we have a weak O-line.
That's the reason why the conservative passing. It's kind of similar to like what the Dolphins were facing recently, because they've had to be a short passing team because our O-line is terrible.
Yeah,
you got to get rid of the ball quick. You got to take advantage of screenplays and stuff like that, man. And that's just because you have a bad O-line.
And a lot of people are gonna actually still blame why are we still doing that? But you're bringing up a great point, because actually for all the people that are saying, well, I don't understand why do we throw it down the field. Well, you actually
you don't have time. You don't have time for a play
it's
to
pretty
develop.
much he got sacked. I think there was I can't remember the stats. It was 3.7 seconds. I believe that 2.7 seconds that he had in the pocket. Or as an average.
I feel like watching the game, he had less. He probably had like 1 second to throw.
I mean,
as he had the ball in his hands, there was somebody in his face.
I mean, but like James said, he did have plays where he could have thrown the ball away. He could have made.
He took some bad sacks, but
that's
that
just
comes
freshman quarterback.
Yeah, that comes with
experience. What can you tell us about the running game? The running game, DJ Dallas had 2 good big plays, but I don't think the running game was the same as we've had before.
All around that O-line.
Around that O-line.
I don't want to blame it all on the O-line, but it's.
I mean,
it's a big part
that
of
whole
the
game on the O-line. I mean. Unfortunate, they have two freshman players on the O-line
no matter what, they still had a chance to win at the end of the game.
They still had it, absolutely.
As bad as we played, as bad as the O-line looked,
we
were up there with a number 8.
I can't give hassle to the defense. The defense played great. Yeah. Unfortunately, for that 4th down punt, which did kill us, we didn't see it coming. Yeah, that was just one of those things where the defensive coordinator
on 3rd down we were doing great. Man, they were killing us on 4th down. Yeah, every single.
That kills me, man, because honestly, like what Kris said, we still had a chance to win the game. Yeah. Absolutely, we had multiple opportunities to win the game.
And it was
they took that pass interference call away from us at the end, which when we were watching it, I was telling Kris, I was like, no, I think that wasn't pass interference. It didn't look like pass interference.
And if we would have gotten that pass interference call,
that's a pass interference. We deserve one.
Oh, absolutely.
From Ohio State, we deserve one.
Oh, we're gonna forget the 2002.
We got a couple that drive though. I think that was a little extra. That 3rd one, that wasn't really pass interference.
Chris Gamble.
I want all of them.
But looking at the schedule, man, I think we should be able to at least win the next couple of games. I mean, we play UNC next. UNC always plays hard against Miami, man, and they always give us
Duke hard games. And UNC always plays the worst. Like these are not college football teams, and they always play good against Miami. For some reason, they always play better against us.
UNC lately has been.
I mean, we do the same thing against them in basketball too. Yeah, they're basketball programs.
Yeah, they probably they hate us definitely in basketball.
Yeah. Anytime they can beat us, they try to do it.
I mean,
it's just around UM. Everybody hates UM other than Miami.
But UM has this stigma where, like, I think NCAA is a white organization, to be honest, and I think they have this stigma where it's like, I don't like that. They don't like that loud. Oh, I got the swagger and all type of stuff because we've always been hated. NCAA hates us. They sanction us.
I get that, but the good thing about that is that players, like high school players, they love that.
They love it.
You know what I mean? They love that swag that UM brings. They love like their turnover chain. Now they got the little offensive ring or whatever, the touchdown ring. I don't know what they're gonna call it.
I don't care about any of that. I just want the W's.
I mean, I feel you, but I want the recruits too.
We didn't have no turnover chain back in 2000, 2001. We didn't have any of that.
And but you don't blame the defense. I mean, like I said, they had 4 turnovers.
Right.
I mean, bro. What more could the defense have done? I think the defense played great.
The defense played magnificent. I think the defense had how many turnovers? 4, right? You said 4.
Yeah, they got a couple freebies there.
2 freebies, but the other 2 were actually one of the fumbles was a freebie, but then he recovered
they made
it,
a play
got
to get
hit,
it,
and then they got it. And those are all plays, bro. You're getting to the ball first. You know
that's a Manny Diaz defense. Yeah. That's definitely. I mean, the offense is definitely something he needs to work on. But
that pick at the end, man.
That pick.
I thought it was ours.
Oh my god!
I thought it was gonna take it to the house.
If he would have taken it to the house, the defense would have bailed us out. But then it would have been one of those things where, like, wow, the offense really doesn't deserve the defense.
I don't care. We would have won the game.
We would have. But this is the same problem because the last 2 years has always been our defense bailing us out. But when we need the offense to step up, it's always been an issue. Same thing with I
mean, you can't blame us the last 2 years, Malik Rozier.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
bro, I'm more excited about this game than any Malik Rozier game I've ever probably seen. Like, this is a big game from a freshman quarterback.
Brad Kyle was the last quarterback.
I'm even excited about Manny Diaz. Like, I like seeing him on the sideline. I enjoyed seeing him screaming at the players. Like, he looks intense.
I like his energy.
I love that.
He brought good energy. And I heard a comment saying that he brings like this Dabo Sweeney vibe, and I feel it. Like, I feel the Dabo Sweeney vibe.
Definitely. I was gonna make the point that yes, a lot of players love to go to UM, but I feel like UM's program has fallen off since they're not a caliber winning team anymore as what they used to. Because remember, high school players want to go to a team where they're gonna win, and there might be a chance to get drafted.
Of course.
Yeah.
And
But no, I mean, if you go to UM, you got a chance to get drafted no matter what.
Oh no, yeah. But would you rather go to an Alabama or to a UM?
Yeah.
Depends if you're gonna play or not. If you're going to Alabama and you're not gonna play.
Well, let's just say your chances of playing. Obviously, you're a great player and you have a chance playing UM or Alabama. Obviously, Alabama will definitely be the better program.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they
got
got the.
and we're just starting. It's first year, coach.
We'll see. I think Manny Diaz. We have to get back to
we got a lot of.
I think after this year, if Jaron Williams is consistent and like plays how he played, for example, how he played, I think we'll be all right, man. I think Jaron Williams showed me at least that he can be a capable quarterback and he can win games in college football.
Hey, he can. Well,
And
I mean,
he's actually more mobile than I figured. I know they said that he was athletic and stuff like that, but I didn't think he was that athletic. Like,
no, he's pretty good.
He broke out of the pocket a couple times.
I had to see him a couple of games to actually give him like a good rate.
I mean,
like
he's not going to play a better defense than what he played that first game. So I'll tell you that. Everything
But
else we
ACC
faced.
championship game, maybe.
I mean, yeah,
Clemson?
if they have to play Clemson.
But no, I mean, but it's that we
always
always do good against UF. We always have a good chance to
just
beating
rivalry
the
games.
Florida rivalry games.
Yeah.
I want to see what he does outside of those rivalry games. UNC, I want to see him. If it's, let's say UNC, I don't know if UNC's
Georgia Tech, Virginia.
is a good
Tech,
defense.
all those
No,
games.
they don't.
I don't know too much.
I don't know much about
defense.
UNC
I know they're
'cause
not
they're
ranked, and I know they're not a very good team.
Now,
but they always play hard.
I'm
Against,
pretty
them.
sure Manny Diaz is probably going to give him more of a free-flowing offense to Jared Williams because UNC is not such a good team. I want to see what he does. Like, if he makes great decisions down the field, if he has great accuracy, I want to see those things. I want to see if so I can judge Jared Williams. You know what? He's gonna be a hell of a quarterback or a decent quarterback enough for college. If he could be anywhere like, which is pretty tough. I'm not here to say Ken Dorsey was a great NFL player, but he was a great college player. Yeah. And he was a decent NFL player enough that he was a backup. Now, he wasn't going to be a starter, but he was a backup. If we can get something like that again,
yeah, that's good enough.
I'll be happy.
If you make it to the NFL and you stay some years in the NFL, you're a good college player.
That was the last quarterback that actually was actually pretty decent in the NFL from UM is Ken Dorsey, right?
Not even. I don't even think Ken Dorsey was even decent in the NFL.
Well, Vinny Testaverde.
Probably.
Vinny Testaverde.
Yeah, and he was better after he was 40.
I think Manny has his hands full though. He has to get that O-line under wraps, and he has to discipline the team because there was too many penalties too on us, false starts, everything.
I mean,
I
don't want to blame refs and stuff like that, but it was a lot of funky business going on too with that, man. I read a lot of stuff about that, about a lot of bad calls and stuff like that. I mean, I don't blame it on calls ever in any NFL game, but there was a lot of bad calls that game, in my opinion, too.
But what's crazy is the college offense.
The two pass interference calls that they called on UM.
Yeah, that was
ridiculous.
I mean, it was one of those things. So that's why I told you, like, Orlando is not a fairground city at least for UM.
I mean, it's not. How's it fairground? It's 4 hours away from Miami and like an hour and a half away from Gainesville.
Exactly. Not even, right?
So, yeah, like an hour away.
Exactly. So I don't understand that. And obviously, you're going to see a sea of UF fans, and yeah, you actually saw more of UF fans.
Yeah, there was definitely more UF fans, but there was Miami fans that were out there. That was a group of them. I mean, look into the schedule, man. I'm excited to see. Obviously, we're always excited to see the Florida State games.
When is it? When is that?
That is November 2nd.
Oh, November 2nd.
That's a party week.
We're playing over here.
That's over there.
Okay.
That game, yeah. And then I think my other exciting game to watch is probably the FIU game because we haven't played them since that whole Rumble.
We played them after the Rumble. We did. I just don't remember what year. We played them after the Rumble.
I don't remember.
Yeah, look it up. When was the last time we played FIU? We played them after the Rumble. I just don't remember.
I want to say I think we did, but I'm not sure.
I know we played them after. We beat them, but
it's just not memorable games. The only one that was memorable was the brawl. But I think we might have played them maybe.
I mean, it's good for FIU at least. You know, to at least go against us because it probably brings butts to the seat.
I mean, the only bad thing about the rest of the Hurricane schedule is that they don't really play anybody ranked. Like, if they would have won this game, that would have set up the season.
Yeah, it would have been a great win.
They would have definitely been ranked.
Depending on what
FSU was ranked by any chance? Or are they ranked?
No, they're not ranked.
No, ranked. We play no other ranked opponents. As of right now, we don't play.
That's tough.
I think Virginia
Tech?
At this moment, they're not ranked.
No, I think there's somebody that's ranked that we play. Not mistaken.
We're going to see Clemson in the ACC title.
Yeah, that's the other ranked team.
And imagine we beat Clemson. Yeah. Trevor Lawrence.
I don't know about all that.
Imagine we beat him. Oh, man. And the Dolphins draft Trevor Lawrence.
After what happened
you're right. We played them last year.
Last year.
Yeah. No, September of last year we played them. And we won 31-17, which wasn't
terrible. It's terrible.
But that's still a terrible win for us.
Yep.
That's a game
a
we should be
bad
like
win.
45-0.
It's still an in-game rivalry. I mean, an in-state rivalry, bro. And not even that.
No,
In-city
rivalry.
In-city rivalry, bro. And FIU has Butch Davis. So
That's true.
Yeah.
FIU they have Butch Davis, which is
So-
probably the best coach they've had since Cristobal.
Yeah,
in my
for
view.
sure, 100%. They've got him.
Damn, Butch Davis. That's the guy who got us the 2001 team.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even.
No, it was Larry Coker, man.
No, Coker again.
He ruined the team.
Butch Davis set that all up,
Yep.
man.
That'd be
He set
crazy.
that all
He's good at recruiting. So we'll see what happens with FIU. What do you guys? Who's your top 4 teams for the playoffs for college playoffs for the national title?
I mean, it's obvious. Top 2, top 3.
Alabama,
Clemson.
I
I
feel
mean,
like-
Georgia's. They're always there. They're always gonna be there.
Georgia.
I feel like the top 4 right now is not. It's not that it's set in stone, but they're gonna be there at the end, man. I don't see another team. The only team I could think of. There's a lot of hype around Michigan this year, but I feel like there's been
It's hype around Michigan every year.
Exactly.
And
There's
Ohio
been
State
There's
too.
been hype about the Big Ten is in my opinion there's always hype around the
the
Big
most
Ten.
overhyped. Oh man, I can't stand them.
There's always hype around the Big Ten, man, and no team from there ever can for a while they haven't been able. They're always like weaker for some reason. Like they're just smaller. I feel like Alabama's just always the bigger team, stronger team. But Clemson's there. I mean, their states do border each other.
Do you see a crack in Alabama? Do you see like Alabama's not the same dominant team that they were at one point? Do you see them like
I mean,
okay, well they
I
might
feel like
they're
it shift-
beatable.
I feel like it shifted to Clemson now that
Yeah.
they're the team that they're for sure going to be at the end of the championship game.
Absolutely.
Like Alabama has.
Absolutely.
I mean,
But-
it's not a coincidence that the 2 best quarterbacks in the nation are the
Are
2 best teams.
two of the
you
best
know what I
teams.
mean? That's how it usually works. And I think Tua is probably one of the best quarterbacks Alabama's ever had, right? I mean,
probably.
if you want
I
to
would say
really,
so.
Yeah. You can-
I can't name another
I mean,
quarterback.
prospect wise, coming to the NFL, he's projected to be like he's projected to be top pick in the NFL next
who-
year.
who
Him
would've-
and Trevor Lawrence, I guess.
who would have
from
thought?
Clemson.
Because Jalen Hurts was the guy starting, and then
Yeah.
Tua just came in and just said,
Hey, he's in
"I'm
Oklahoma.
a better
now.
player than you."
Oklahoma has a shot.
That's crazy, right?
Oklahoma definitely has a shot.
Yeah, so it'd be cool if Jalen Hurts got to the college football playoffs.
There's a chance. I mean, they still have. They pretty much. I think they have the same team without Kyler
But
Murray.
Alabama and Oklahoma are in the same conference, right?
No,
No,
SEC.
I think
No,
Oklahoma's part
in,
of the Big 12.
Big 12.
But they always play each other once a year, no? I feel like they play
I
each other
think
every year.
They have like some sort of rivalry.
Mm,
If I'm
I
not
don't-
mistaken.
Check their
Nah,
schedule
their
out.
biggest
They got-
rivalry is that right there, the Red River rivalry.
The Red River
with
rivalry.
with Texas.
When now has Texans been good? It's been like 10 years.
I don't even want to
Vince
talk about
Young.
that. I don't even wanna
Where's
Yeah.
Vince Young at?
Vince Young?
Vince
Yeah,
Young.
I
Probably
feel
at
them.
a strip
I feel
club.
them.
At a strip club
he's
throwing
getting-
ones.
You know what's
I
crazy?
understand Texas is pain, man.
Vince Young actually works for the University of Texas. He's making about $100K a year. I think he's in the office.
He's well off. He's good.
He's doing well. A guy that was, obviously we were thinking he was gonna be the best NFL quarterback in recent memory, but it didn't
Dream
work out for him.
team.
Dream team.
Yeah. Man, that was a crazy game. You remember that USC versus Texas? That was one of the best.
I'll never
That's the
forget that.
greatest
I'll never forget
college
that.
Let me
game
tell you,
I've
bro,
ever seen.
That right there made me a bigger fan of
And
college
I don't know,
football.
I just didn't like USC at that time.
I hated USC.
I hated USC
Oh
because
my
I wanted to feel like
Well, I think-
UM was the greatest, and they were making them out to be
Well,
like
yeah,
the
'cause
greatest team.
USC
Randy
had-
Bush, Matt
US
Leinart, Lendell White. It was this
Yeah.
monster
and Reggie
team.
Bush.
US had 2 years, 3
They
years
had,
of being dominant.
linebacker
Dude, they
who was
had
like-
Clay Matthews. They had all those people. They had Brian Cushing. They had what else? They had all their linebacker core was nasty. They
They-
had their defense was nasty. They had the
I'll
top
still
recruiting
take you-
class. They
I'll
had the
still
top
take
recruiting
you
And
class.
they- yeah, no,
for
and
2
they-
years straight.
And it started from the Carson Palmer days. And then Carson Palmer, obviously, when Carson Palmer got drafted, Matt Leinart took over
Yeah,
the
of
team.
course.
It was crazy. That USC team was a hell of a team. Better than UM team. No.
What USC team? They're not on the records. They don't got those wins. They got
That's true.
vacated. That's it.
That's true.
What
That's
USC
true.
Team?
That's
UM's
true.
the best
UM
team.
Bro, they
UM
lost
2001.
those- Damn. What?
UM 2001 team, still the greatest team of all time in my view.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Man, you know what's crazy? The backups were
I think
they
Sean
were-
Taylor was backing up Ed Reed.
Ed Reed.
That's insane. Sean
then-
Taylor.
And what's crazy? The running backs: Clint Portis, Willis McGahee, and I think
Frank Gore was-
Davenport was also there.
That was later on, but Frank Gore was there.
Davenport was around
Frank
the same
Gore
time. Davenport was around the same time. Jeremy
Same time
Shockey.
as Frank Gore.
No, as Willis McGahee and Clint Portis.
Mm.
Davenport, yeah.
No,
Nah,
he
I
was
don't
like
think
a
so.
2
I
or
think
3 years.
It was years before that. I think he got drafted probably like 2000 or 99.
No, he got drafted 2002.
2002.
You gotta look it up. I might be, mind you, there's a lot of good UM players.
There's too many players to keep counting.
Andre
man.
Johnson,
You had
Santana Moss.
He had them all.
Jeremy Shockey, yo. And our O-line was pretty good.
Kellen Winslow. You had
2002.
You had what was there? Vernon Carey, who was a great offensive line. You had Will Fork was also the DT.
Yeah, a little bit before that. Ray Lewis was before too. I mean,
Ray Lewis was 96.
One after the other. Like
Ray Lewis was
Brian Pata was after that. The guy that died.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was a great
Rest
team, man.
Peace, Sean Taylor,
Phillips Buchanan.
Oh my God, yeah.
We had such a good team, man. Man, we got to get back to that. If we could get back to that,
this is where we're
exciting.
at.
Like
this is where we're at.
It's UM is UM is
Living
my
in the
number one.
past.
UM is my number one sports team. Like I love that team. I will cry when they win a national championship. You're gonna see me like in tears, and like with,
I feel you.
With like
it's been a long time
out.
coming. I want to be back there.
Yeah, that would be great. I'll be coming out in the
at
street.
least at this age, because when we were in 2001, I was like 9 or 10, so it was like
my cousins were the ones celebrating. I was like, who the fuck
I
is
went
you,
out to
man?
watch it, but like. there was no celebrating.
I remember
watching. Just go to sleep. You got a bedtime and shit.
I remember watching it. I remember staying up late. I was like, oh, I was just happy. I was hyping it up. I was like, they won. I didn't even know who the fuck they were.
La Carreta. For sure.
UM, bro. Coral Gables, man.
I was watching some videos when we won the championship, the Heat.
Great time.
I just want a reason to go out there.
Any championship is fun, man. Any championship.
I'll take a Dolphins championship.
Miami's over.
I'll take one for you guys.
See,
I got
UM for you. What you're saying? If the Dolphins win a championship, bro, you're not gonna see me. You're not gonna see me, man.
I probably won't. I know you're a way bigger Dolphins.
I'm gonna be out there in my underwear, no shirt, with 2 champagne bottles, just making it rain. Oh my God, you don't understand.
So what do you think, Tua or Trevor Lawrence, Dolphins?
I don't even know. I want to see this year. No, I want to.
Who are the chances we're gonna get? What are the chances of us getting Tua, or who do you think we're gonna get, Tua or Trevor Lawrence, or who's more Miami?
What are the chances the Dolphins are going 8-8? 100%, like they always do.
All right, but they got the ammo to move up, so I'm not worried about going.
O-line still looks suspect.
Honestly, if they like a guy, make the fucking move.
Exactly,
make the fucking move. You like that guy?
What I said
what
was
the Eagles did, what the Rams did. Your draft picks.
You moved up for Carson Wentz, right?
Moved up for Carson Wentz.
Since we're getting into the NFL, I pray to God Josh Rosen starts more than 13 games, man.
Figure out if he's good.
I want to see him week 1, but I pray to God we see him at least, a good amount of time, so I could say he sucks, or this guy could possibly win some games in the future, or if he's average, I'm drafting a quarterback.
You're drafting a quarterback?
If he's average. If he's above average, I'm drafting a quarterback.
But who are the two? Well, actually, there's a lot of quarterbacks
I'm drafting a quarterback every single year.
A lot of quarterbirds
I'm drafting a quarterback every single year until I find the quarterback.
Yeah, it depends on what you have to give up. If you're if mid-teens to low 20s, if you're talking about above average, that he's going to get you some wins.
Who will be a better player, though, Tua or Trevor Lawrence for us? Who will be a better player for us?
I honestly don't want to make the decision yet because I want to see this year. I want to see what happens with Tua this year. I want to see.
I like Tua a lot.
Wasn't he hurt last year? Did he got hurt?
He got hurt towards the tail end of the season.
I know Jalen Hurts played some games. But I got to see
Lawrence.
More in game.
Like
Trevor Lawrence was a freshman last year.
He looks good. First year he looks great. He looks better than Tua.
Yeah,
but you got another year. You got to go. He had a better team than Alabama,
absolutely.
So.
Well, you think so? I think it was kind of even. I just think that
defensively, I think Alabama was a little bit better.
Yeah. I know Alabama was better defense. Clemson, I don't know. I just think they were evenly matched.
I think the last 3 years, Clemson and Alabama have been more even than Alabama's ever been with a team ever. You know what I mean? Because in the last 10 years, Alabama's dominated.
Absolutely.
But the last 3, I feel like Clemson and Alabama have been
what's the fucked up part? We got Mark Richt and fucking Georgia. After they go Mark Richt, they're just fucking balling right now. They're just top 3, top 4. And we're here, we got Mark Richt. We're going to go straight to the top, which we did the first year.
Hey, hopefully it happens to us too. Get rid of him.
I mean, but they were good with Mark. They had good years with Mark Richt too. It's not
like
he was a straight
bum. He was only 2 years with us, right?
No, I'm saying Georgia had good years with Mark Richt. It's not like they were straight bums with Mark Richt.
Yeah, they were ranked, but they weren't where they are now.
They never won that big game.
I think now it's like...
but he was getting.
They still haven't won shit,
he was still getting the recruits and stuff, bro. He had Todd Gurley. I mean, he
did,
bro. He's
good at recruiting. I just don't think he's a great coach. I personally don't think so. I think we overpaid him, And he took his ball and ran home with it. And that's literally what he did with the money, with our money. He took the money. He was like, oh, all right, guys, I'm out. Manny Diaz, you take over this team.
Maybe, I mean, if this keeps happening, maybe it's not just the coach's fault. Maybe it's
the organization.
Yeah, the AD.
UM probably just saw the advantage. Like, oh, Mark Rick. Oh, man, that's our UM guy, bro. He's a huge coach. He'll definitely bring us championships. And they just didn't see his failures in Georgia. But
for a while, I feel like they were talking about Mark Rick coming to UM, and I feel like people were excited for that. So, I mean, and you got to thank Mark Rick for getting Manny Diaz. I mean, Manny Diaz is for me, he's looking like he's gonna be a great coach.
He's from Mississippi State, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's been all around. He started in Florida State as a video coordinator or something like that. That was his first job. I was watching that whole thing.
Manny Diaz, man, he's gonna be. I haven't been this excited about a coach since Kris Ball.
Yeah, I mean, I think Manny Diaz, that defense, man, it's so exciting to watch. I think we'll be getting better and better. It's been as exciting. It's been as exciting. I mean, to watch that defense has been like almost watching like an NFL type defense, because like I feel like that defense, you could put them in the NFL, that whole team, and they'll be good in an NFL team, like an average NFL team. Like
you think so?
Yeah, I see stars all around, and I see. Like I said, like I was telling you yesterday, those 3 linebackers, man, those are all going top 3 rounds in the NFL.
Absolutely, those linebackers are scary. They're the heart of the team. I believe. 100%. What's this guy's name? What's his name? Our main Quarterman. Shaq Quarterman. He's actually the captain of the team, and he keeps that team in line. You see him like screaming. I love that, man. That's what we need. We need that leadership. And Al Blades Jr. God, wish
they can make some tackles.
May God rest his soul's father. Yeah, I wish they could make some tackles. Yeah, we had a lot of missed tackles. That also was something that we're not giving the blame to the defense, but we had to give blame to the defense for those missed tackles.
But I feel like that was in the beginning, and I feel like they after halftime, bro, they tightened up.
Probably Manny Diaz was like, yo, like you got to rap,
which
my
is
guy.
No, not even that, bro. I don't even think he gets that detailed. I think he gets in your face, bro. He's one of those guys. Like,
well, he does, because if you saw him during the game, he was motivating his players. I don't know. Because they started rapping. I'm sure they had to mention, like, yo, you got to rap. Because they weren't rapping. They wanted to go do that little hit stick.
Didn't you also say that our starting corner was out too? Suspended?
Yeah. One of our starting corners.
Ivy, what's his name?
Ivy. His last name's Ivy.
Yeah. He was suspended. We just don't know for what.
Might be better with him too.
We might just do better with him.
DJ Ivy.
DJ Irie.
What do you think happened? What do you think happened with him?
No, I haven't really read into it. I gotta look
usually
into it.
when it comes to that, it's probably like all curfew, man.
And usually when it's college football, they don't really talk about why people get suspended and stuff like that. They don't give you much detail.
Before the fucking game, you know how, Jesus.
It just says he violated team rules. That's all it says. And he probably showed up high on the bus or some shit, man. That's
probably exactly what happened.
That's some dumb, stupid shit that these kids be doing, man. It just happens.
That's probably exactly what happened. But hey, man, look, things like this happen. Look at Jameis Winston stealing crabs. We all remember that. Still, we're still waiting for that Jameis Winston NFL superstar, but I don't know. I don't think it's gonna come anytime soon.
Never. That's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
He's done.
Definitely not gonna happen, man. What are you talking about?
There was a debate whether Fitzpatrick or Jameis Winston should continue to play, and
they went with Winston.
Are you looking at Fitzpatrick this year?
It just drives me crazy that Fitzpatrick is on the Dolphins, man.
But that's not a bad thing. Man, that's not a bad thing, because we didn't know we were gonna get Josh Allen. We didn't know that. I mean, Josh Rosen. We didn't know we were gonna get Josh Rosen.
It kind of did. I don't know, man. I feel like that kind of deters development. Like I was talking about with him the other day. I was literally telling him, like, the only reason why I would want to see Josh Rosen throughout a whole season is obviously to see if he's the future of the Dolphins. But if you don't let him play games, like, I want to see if he's good, he's good. You put him in from the beginning, he's gonna be good. If he's bad, that's it. You just move on. You draft the quarterback. Fitzpatrick is just in the he's in the mix for no reason. You're not gonna win.
Josh Rosen just looks fragile.
Well just Jesus. Ryan Tannehill. If you're just gonna sign somebody else that's an average quarterback,
exactly. Why not just keep Tannehill and make the competition between Tannehill and Rosen? Like
I think because Tannehill's contract was just lucrative.
I guess that's
probably one of the main reasons. And Tannehill actually he's not performing pretty bad for the Tennessee Titans. He's actually doing pretty well. Preseason. I'm sorry. Still preseason. Yeah, you're right. But still.
Bro,
but still, I mean, did you
play
see
away from a torn ACL or something like that?
But
he's never recovered correctly.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
And I'm not a Tannehill hater, man. Tannehill before he got hurt was great, and I would have kept him if he would have been on that same level. I would have kept him until
you're right.
He got hurt, and
but
after that he never came back.
You did not see his first game. I don't know. I haven't seen the last couple. I saw his first game. He had a good pass that I wish he would have done that in the Dolphins. I've never seen him do that in the Dolphins. The wide receiver cradle.
He's the best quarterback in the first round out of the 2012 draft.
He is the only
remaining quarterback in the first round.
He's
surprising.
Well, I'm gonna get to the whole luck situation in a bit, and I'm gonna explain, and then we'll discuss it about that. All right, guys. So Heisman. This is the one thing I forgot to ask you guys. The Heisman winner. Who's the next? Who's actually gonna win the Heisman this year?
Well, what we were talking about before.
The two guys. It's the Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Trevor. Who we going with? Tua or Trevor?
I'm going with Trevor.
You going with Trevor?
I'm going with Clemson because the Clemson has Alabama's number.
Who's the more mobile quarterback? Is it Tua or is it Trevor?
I think Trevor is more mobile. If I remember correctly.
I just like his hair.
You like his hair? That's what you're trying to
grow out. That's the type of hair you're trying to grow out.
I'm trying to do that.
Yeah.
Type of hair you're trying to grow out.
I think he's gonna win Heisman off just that hair.
Yeah.
He has a California look. He has a California look.
Now Tua's lefty. So
Tua's lefty.
That's kind of awkward. What's the last good lefty quarterback in the
Michael
NFL?
Vick?
Steve Young. No, I would say Michael Vick.
Michael Vick? Michael Vick was...
I guess so, yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Michael Vick's a great quarterback.
That was your Philadelphia guy,
Don't get me wrong. He was a good quarterback.
And he was good in Philadelphia, too, man.
But, like, he was never known as a pocket passer and all that, so...
No, he's not known as a pocket passer,
bro. But he had a
Is Tua mobile? I can't remember. I only remember his two main games.
Bro, he has to be mobile.
To tell you the truth, what I know about Tua is just the name. You know, I haven't really gotten into the game film, which is why I was asking who's the more mobile quarterback. I have seen Trevor Lawrence, and I have seen because I mean he's in the ACC, so I've seen a couple games, but Trevor looks like the more NFL ready quarterback.
Absolutely,
for sure. 100%.
That's why I was saying like I think Trevor Lawrence.
I think he was like a top prospect. I mean, like a 5-star, like one of the. I think he was like number one. He actually played with Jaron Williams. I think like in either I don't know if it was the same high school or like in the same area in high school or something.
I know. Well, I remember Hyro hyping him up. Oh, one of our good friends. Well, you from our last podcast.
I had heard about him in high school too.
I heard about him because Hyro told me. I really didn't know much about him. Obviously now with his success, he's a great quarterback. He's more than NFL ready. I think so. I think Tua is he's NFL ready. Tua's NFL ready too. Tua might be is he Samoan? I wanted to call him like the Samoan king.
Hawaiian. Yeah.
Hawaiian.
But I want to know he's Samoan because I feel like the Samoans will probably get like offended, like, yo, he ain't Samoan, he's just Hawaiian. But nevertheless, I feel like he's a more Trevor Lawrence is definitely a more ready quarterback, but so is Tua. They're both. I think Trevor Lawrence is definitely gonna win.
It's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be a tight race.
The college this year is looking great, and as far as the quarterback situations for the Dolphins for next year, it'll be looking great because the top Heismans are quarterbacks. And then I think
now the Dolphins got to find a way to not be mediocre. Yeah, there's a certain line. They got to stay under that line because they've been in that line for the last.
It's hard, man. Because as Brian Flores, you don't want to lose games. You want to win games. So
sometimes you just have to, man. Like it's not even about honestly, this year it won't be so much about losing, like trying to lose. I think the team is just
seeing what you got.
It's seeing what you got. But this team, I just think is not good enough. You know what I mean? I don't even think it's good enough for 8-8. Like I don't think the team is good enough for that. So the only thing I've seen preseason wise,
they're bottom of the barrel ranking
everything.
Well, like 30, but our defense is not that bad.
Our defense is okay. Okay. Our big name players are all gonna get cut. I'm pretty sure, or get traded. They're going to be players to step up, which is you got to see what you have.
What do you think?
That's how it is.
That's how it works. Do you think Rashad? We talked about this the other day. You think Rashad
probably end up in the Patriots, go to the Super Bowl, win it, and have an interception for a touchdown in the Super Bowl or something like that.
That's another burner for Kris.
Not this year.
Huh?
Maybe next year.
I'm saying if he gets traded or something, or if he gets cut and the Patriots pick him up and he ends up balling out for the Patriots, it happens. That type of shit happens. The Patriots are man. I don't even want to talk about the Patriots. Don't even bring the Patriots up in this conversation.
Last time I was talking about the Patriots, I wasn't too happy either.
I can't.
Not even
I mean, at least you haven't had to deal with Tom Brady. At least we beat him in the Super Bowl.
At least you guys are in the NFC. Yeah. At least the Eagles are in the NFC.
Yeah, I think we dominate that now.
Oh man, highest rating team.
That defense better be good because I drafted them in my fantasy. Just because you told me.
I think they're gonna be.
Just because you told me, I picked them up in my fantasy too. So you didn't notice that I got Carson Wentz and I got the defense. That was all you right there. Since you're not doing fantasy this year,
two best picks.
I decided.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into other segments, I'm gonna I got to tell you the draft order for our upcoming fantasy football, AOS fantasy football. The draft order is in place. To see who it is, let me just look for it, and I'll let you guys know. Jesus Christ, all these things. The first order of the draft pick is Jairo Pantoja.
Of course, he has two first.
One of our guests.
2 first picks and 2 different leagues.
Another friend is one of our other friends is Adrian.
Number two,
yeah.
bro.
Number 3 is gonna be Kevin. Right now,
at least I'm gonna get one of those top 3
picks.
players that everybody wants.
You pick Le'Veon Bell number 3?
No. Hell no. He's in the Jets now.
Who you going, Zeke?
No. Probably McCaffrey if he's there. Christian McCaffrey. That'd probably be
for the third pick.
Yeah,
He's
not bad.
good.
He's going top 3 in every mock.
Yeah. Well, with his RPOs and definitely.
Yep.
Number 4.
I mean, I don't know how long Cam is gonna be out. I don't know if that's.
I don't think so.
All right. Number 4 is gonna be Andrew. He was in one of our podcasts.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Bro, play my man.
Who the fuck is that?
He's gonna be so pissed when he listens to this. Number 5 is gonna be one of my friends, Danny. Number 6 is gonna be Hamlet, the commissioner. Number 7 is gonna be Noel, one of Hamlet's friends, and number 8 is gonna be one of my friends, Christian. So that's the draft order, the official draft order, and it's definitely looking. Jairo actually has been getting lucky with these first picks, but
watch when you see that belt, bro.
It's tough.
Nice.
Oh yeah, so the belt is finally made. We just don't have it here with us. I think in the next podcast I'll bring it out. I'm gonna have it.
Bring them
nice.
out. Bring
Super
them
I
out.
might just start wearing them just because, even though I'm not part of the fantasy.
It's
draft.
like
it
24.
matter.
It's like 24 karat gold. It was like $10,000, bro. It's so beautiful.
The exaggerating $10,000 part is no, but yeah, it's a nice belt. I think I'll see if I put up an image on Instagram I think for this week or something. But I'm gonna get into the segment since we're running out of time. It's called "Get to My Man."
Stay off the weed.
You know what it is. Weed. All right, so this segment of Stay Off the Weed is brought to you by Honesty, Facts, and No Hate. As most of you know, especially fantasy owners, that Andrew Luck retired during an NFL preseason game yesterday on August 24th. For all you fantasy owners that picked Andrew Luck and Lamar Miller, I feel for you. After the preseason game when Andrew Luck was exiting the field, the fans started to boo him heavily before he even gave the reason why. When Luck finally gave the reason why, due to his injuries and mental health, well, social media started calling him soft, crybaby, a hoe, I miss Peyton Manning, blah, 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 blah. For you fans of social media bitch asses that are whining about his decision and slandering him, need to shut the fuck up and stop supporting the Russians. Y'all fans now wish you would have stayed with Peyton Manning, but y'all didn't keep that same energy though, when y'all wanted the younger talent over the loyal lion. Y'all Colts fan remind me of when men cheat on their faithful, beautiful wife who helped you succeed in life, and as soon as you smell your wife's age and take her for granted, then suddenly you want to leave her for a beautiful younger girl who you have no idea if she's loyal or not. Then all of a sudden you didn't take care of her. Just like the Colts organization didn't take care of their star quarterback with a proper offensive line until it was too late. Just like a man didn't take care of the younger girl until it's too late. So she leaves him for a happier life parallel to Andrew Luck retiring and leaving the Colts. The Heat almost went through the same thing. You guys remember that. When Dwayne Wade and Pat Riley broke up, but thank the good Lord they got back together who needed a little time apart. A lot of you Colts fans and social media bitch asses make me sick, and stay off the K2 and
stay off the weed.
Fuck you Colts fans. I don't really care about Andrew Luck, but still, I miss Dan Marino. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys. Well, actually, let's get on this. What do you guys think about the whole Andrew Luck situation? Let's be fair about this. What do you guys? Do you guys think?
I get it. I get why he retired. He doesn't want to be an old guy.
What I think personally, but I think he has to be at a certain point where like his body is so broken.
It has to be.
It has to either that or just football is really not.
Yeah, it's
not
secondary to him.
It's not his first love type thing.
Like you said, he fell out of love with it. How you gonna you have that same passion, you have that same energy.
Absolutely,
I agree.
When you don't have that, you're not in the right mental state. You don't really give a shit about it. You're always getting injured.
Do you think it's an organization problem? Because Vontae Davis, when we saw Vontae Davis go through this mid-game during halftime, which is crazy. Do you think it's Jim? I think is his name, Jim Irsay. Jim Irsay and the organization that it's just not something's not cooperating right or something. It's just something different about it.
I think it's just sad to live in Indianapolis. Who wants to live in Indianapolis, man?
The Dolphins should have sucked for luck.
It's like
oh my God! If we would have sucked for luck, we would have been in this. You know how sad I would be right now, dude. If this guy would have retired at age 30.
I don't know, but they'd probably be okay because they take a lineman every fucking first round draft.
You're right.
He would have been okay.
It would have been and
they just would have sucked.
I think it's an organization problem, and also think it's a mental health, and obviously the injuries, the hits. There's videos of him taking hits. How many hits he's taken over the past seasons? It's crazy. He's had concussions, torn labrum,
lacerated kidney,
peeing
blood and shit. That's crazy.
Yo,
man.
that's crazy. Like,
and then you got fans booing him and talking shit to him and saying he's soft. And these people like me, I don't do shit.
And
I'm not gonna call a player soft.
These are the same fans that were like, yo, forget Peyton Manning. Let's get Andrew Luck. Peyton Manning's not the same Peyton Manning from 06, from won the championship.
They almost retired almost at the same time.
Yeah,
Peyton Manning won a chip after that. So I don't know what those fans were thinking.
What is it? What is it? How crazy it is that Ryan Tannehill is what?
Ryan Tannehill is the only remaining quarterback out of that first round.
Ryan Tannehill is the best quarterback so
the
far.
Dolphins made the right choice.
Made the right choice, Ryan Tannehill. Made the wrong choice for the trade. Well, we'll see.
He's not the best one in the draft
because
you got Russell Wilson.
Fitzpatrick. Yeah,
Russell Wilson was in that draft too.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, Ryan fucking Fitzpatrick.
Trying to get away from all these Ryans.
All right, guys. I appreciate you guys coming by. Well, actually, we're here on Kevin's house, so I appreciate him hosting the house. Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin.
I actually.
Thanks for the hospitality.
Thank you for the hospitality. Thank you guys for being a part of the podcast. That's it for now. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, guys.
Later.
All right.
Take it easy.